Hey everybody, and welcome back to Family Cafe Live. I'm so glad that you've chosen to come and join us this month. It's my turn once again to share with you a couple thoughts about parenting and specifically how we can be more Christ-like in our parenting. And to start with, I want to describe two different models of parenting, and I want you to listen and see which one you're most like. So the first is that there are grace parents. Let me describe some things here. Grace parents always prefer yes over no. If you push grace parents on something, like getting just one more cookie or getting an extra 30 minutes of TV time, they'll usually bend. Grace parents always want to provide encouragement and affirm their children's self-esteem, even if it means ignoring unruly or outlandish behavior. Grace parents, they count to 3, then often don't do anything afterwards. If grace parents have something difficult to say, they might not say it at all, or if they do, it will be said with such gentleness and so many qualifiers that the message can get lost. How about this one? Grace parents most want their kids to know that God loves them. And grace parents like that Jesus said to the woman caught in adultery, "Neither do I condemn you." And finally, grace parents smile a lot, they're always nice, and they're always, well, full of grace. Well, here's the other one. Let me read this one to you. These are truth parents. Truth parents believe that facts are facts and rules are rules. If truth parents say that you get 2 cookies and no more, or that you can only watch an hour of TV, then that's it. Why would you even ask for more? Truth parents want their children to learn early on that actions have consequences. If a truth parent says you'll be in timeout if you hit your sister, or you'll be grounded if you miss curfew, then you can be sure that the child will be in timeout or will be grounded if they do. How about this? Truth parents say what needs to be said, and they do what needs to be done. Truth parents most want their kids to know that if you say you love God, you will obey Him. And truth parents like that Jesus said to the woman caught in adultery, "Go and sin no more." And finally, truth parents let you know where you stand. They're always fair, and they're always, well, full of truth. So, okay, who's right? Truth parents will say that grace parents are soft on kids and never let them learn anything of significance. Whereas grace parents will tell you that the truth parents are too harsh and eventually their kids are going to rebel. So which one are you? Now obviously these are both caricatures. Both grace parents and truth parents are very sincere. Both want their children to become followers of Christ and to be decent, moral people. And so I doubt any of us are really all the way to one side of the scale or one extreme or the other. But that's really the point. You see, the Bible tells us that Jesus came full of both grace and truth. I mean, you study His life, and it's absolutely amazing. I can't find a single incident in His life where He ever separated grace and truth. He never spoke truth apart from grace, and never spoke of grace apart from having it aligned with truth. I love that. In fact, I could learn an awful lot from that as a parent. Now think about this, if you would. What if every time you and I were to communicate grace to one of our children, we stopped first to ensure that whatever it is we're about to say or do aligned fully with what is true? Or the other way around, what if every time you wanted to communicate truth to one of your children, you stopped first to ensure that you were going to communicate it in a way that was grace-filled? Never grace without truth, never truth without grace. I mean, how would that impact the quality of your family life? Well, that's going to be our challenge for this month. Grace parents, speak grace with truth. Truth parents, speak truth with grace. Never separate them. And so truth parents, that means that sometimes you might have to cool off a little bit because in the heat of the moment, there's no grace where the truth is coming from. And grace parents, when tempted to simply be nice in a way that's devoid of truth, you might need to pause and reflect and reframe what it is that you're trying to say or do. And perhaps here's the best part. If you're married, rather than fight about it, spouses can hold each other accountable. And so grace parents, when your truth parent partner shows grace, you can celebrate it. And truth parents, when your grace parent partner decides to marry grace with truth, express your gratitude. See, celebrate the wins. Don't focus on the differences or the faults in your partner. See, if we can start doing this, at the end of the day, not only will we as parents be on the same page, but we'll better reflect the character of God and model that for our children as we try to balance rules and relationships, grace and truth in the way that God Himself did for us in Jesus Christ.